Today we're talking Fix, the latest raunchy animated comedy on Netflix. Tartakovsky is one of my favorite voices in animation. We're going to discuss this movie, the controversy, and whether it delivers. Dan, yeah, did you watch the trailer? This thing is crazy.
How's Nana?
Nana? Who cares about Nana?
Your Pinky Dinky is out.
In the vein of Sausage Party, which not the biggest fan of, I think that new season drops this week. And remember that movie Strays that came out 2 years ago where the dogs are talking, it's really raunchy, they're humping, all the crazy things. Well, based on the trailer, this project is taking a similar approach. Balls out.
He said it!
Raunchy comedy. It's Secret Life of Pets, but for adults. I don't even know if that would work, right? It's not what we expected from Tartakovsky's next project. And apparently this has been a passion project of his for quite some time. This has been in the works for a while, finally got greenlit, then got dropped by the studio, and now picked up by Netflix. The trailer comes out, and I thought fans of his, hardcore fans, and there's a massive group on the internet, I am one, would not turn on the level that I saw some of them turn in the comments section. Now, don't get me wrong. I wasn't big on the trailer, even though conceptually I think this can work. People are watching that trailer saying, oh, he's lost it. Nothing about this is going to work, and it's already getting so much hate before the movie even comes out. I was willing to give the movie a chance, even though, again, didn't love the trailer, but there's something here, right?
Maybe.
Well, let's discuss. And if you saw my reaction, you kind of know where I'm headed here. I want to start with the animation, though. That is the absolute positive here. Tartakovsky has been perfecting his craft for oh so long. I believe building up to a project like Primal, which was outstanding. I got to it late. It was magnificent. I'm a massive Dexter's Laboratory fan, Samurai Jack fan. I don't love Hotel Transylvania, but those movies are fine, right? Bull is our main character. He is in heat. He's humping everything and everyone. His current owner plans on neutering him, and so he and his fellow dogs have this plan to go on this last hurrah through the city, right? We're going to use what my owners are going to strip from me, and I'm going to just hump everything in sight.
Well, then everyone loses their minds.
That's what the trailer tells us, and we get there eventually, but it takes about half of the movie to get us to that point, to where the shenanigans are really starting to shenanigan. The voice cast is outstanding. Adam Devine is our main character, Catherine Hahn, Fred Armisen, Idris Elba, and the concept of a dog, before they get neutered, they do like to hump if you've never owned a dog, and spray on everything. Get your dog spaded and neutered, folks. Well, that could be funny, and is slightly funny if executed properly. The problem is that shtick can only last around 15 minutes before it starts to become stale and old and tiresome. The types of jokes in this movie, the humor on display here, is as crude as anyone is expecting. And that's fine if it's funny. And I like raunchy humor. Jackass is one of my favorite franchises ever. Very different, but you have to do that type of thing if you're going for it with this adult animated movie. And they go for it. It becomes tiresome after a while. Juvenile, obviously. That's really what the entire trailer was. The marketing, everything about this movie is juvenile. It's just not executed properly. And as stunning as the animation is here, and again, Tartakovsky has craft in that world, utilizing color to put on display in this city with the different creatures and animals, the unique animated style of how each one moves, the group, the gang of cats that all act a certain way. That's actually one of the best parts of the movie, when they approach the cats and just kind of the way that they're handling everything. That was great. But prior to that, I mean, the first 30 to 45 minutes of this movie is stale and tired, inherently juvenile, graphic, from the imagery to the language to anything sexual. I mean, dogs doing it in human positions. Sorry, this is a graphic review, but that's what the movie is. I believe there's something a little more prominent towards the end of the movie with these dog shows, or this one that we end on here. Bull is in love. The dog that he is in love with is entering this dog show and feels as if her self-worth comes through what these people think of her. And not to spoil where the story goes, but inevitably they end up there and see all of these other contestants finding their self-worth through that. I believe there is something on display in this third act that does start to hit on something interesting, and ultimately every time they try to make a point here, they skim the surface. I believe we're almost there. And then we interject that sense of humor once again, the raunchy element, the crudeness on display, and it just keeps getting in the way of something that could have been a bit more. It's not enough, or wasn't enough for me to overcome a lack of laughter. Because when you get a comedy like this, and that's what it really is at the end of the day, it's a comedy, and you're not laughing all that much, you're looking for other things to grasp onto. Now, I grasped onto the animation, how they handle the cats and how they massacre the squirrel at one point, and all the blood on the screen, like so stylistic. And I'm like, man, this is visually spectacular, but the gag is just not hitting. And as I continued to feel the runtime, again, short runtime, you don't want to feel the runtime in a 90-minute movie, that's when I knew this would have worked way better as a short film. I don't know if they would have gotten the cast with the short film. The cast is really good. I liked the voice acting. No one's putting in a lazy performance here. It's just the characters and the story itself falls way short of the mark. I love raunchy humor, don't get me wrong. This didn't land. Hate to be negative on this one, but I have to be honest. If you guys enjoy this review, drop that like down below, share it with your friends, and leave your comments. And Fixed has a lot of craft from a visual standpoint, utilizing unique 2D animation and some bloody, raunchy imagery that pushes the boundaries. Unfortunately, its juvenile sense of humor rarely lands, and its crude moments tend to overshadow some genuinely interesting ideas towards the end. The script isn't quite as witty as it thinks, and that ultimately becomes its downfall. I need to know what you think of Fixed down below. Do not let your kids watch this movie. Please don't do it. You'll scar them for life. My daughter is 2. She will not be touching this for, well, hopefully ever, but maybe the next 20 years. Thank you for watching this, and I'll see you soon. I'll show her Dexter's Laboratory instead.